In this video, we want to do two things. The first one being we want to remove the ability to reload, as in adjust the can activate ability to where unless we have used up some of our ammo in the magazine, such as current magazine ammo is less than magazine capacity, we don't want to be able to reload. And if our current ammo reserve is, equal to 0, we also don't want to be able to reload. So that way we can't just reload for, no reason. So what we want to do is we're going to make a simple helper function that is going to get our current magazine ammo and our current ammo reserve. So we're going to do void. Let's do get ammo attribute values. And let's see, we can make it, so it's going to output two floats. So float 1 being current magazine ammo, and float 2 is going to be the current ammo reserve. And this needs to be a constant, so that way we can use it inside of can activate ability. So let's make the definition. And here we need the ability system component. So U ability system component equals get ability system component from actor info. And here we want to get a attribute value. So we want the, what is it? Something value. Get, okay, so returns the current value of the given gameplay attribute, or 0 if the attribute is not found. Does not take predicted gameplay effect modifiers into consideration. This should not be a problem, I don't believe. So what is get filtered? Returns attribute value after applying tag. Okay, we're just going to use get gameplay attribute value. So make sure you include the ability system component .h. So then the attribute is going to be the U firearm attribute set, which again, we need to include. So grab this guy. So gas attributes firearm attribute set .h. And off of that, we want the current magazine ammo. So get, where is it? Get current magazine ammo attribute. And a bool as to whether or not it was found. So be found. So we'll do just bool be found, and we'll kind of reuse it. So let's duplicate this. And instead of current magazine ammo, this will be the get current ammo reserve attribute. And then these functions return floats. So current magazine ammo equals that one, and current ammo reserve equals this one. So we now have this get ammo attributes or attribute values functions, so we can use that right here. So we're going to do float. Let's do current magazine ammo and current ammo reserve. And we'll just plug those in like so. And now we can use them. So if the firearm logic component is valid and the current magazine ammo is less than, actually we need the magazine capacity as well. So we'll just do magazine capacity. I think that is the name. Let me triple check. So, okay, so we're just calling it magazine capacity, Okay, so that is the correct name. And we also want to check, why am I doing a comma? And we also want to check if the current ammo reserve is greater than 0. So now we just need to fetch the magazine capacity. So I'll go ahead and just plug that in ahead of time. We'll go to the declaration of this function, and again, do a float by reference so we can pass by value. and just plug it in. So we have our magazine capacity parameter. Let's set our magazine capacity, and we'll do get magazine capacity attribute. And that's all we need to do. So now we have our magazine capacity. So we are checking if the firearm logic component is valid and the current magazine ammo is less than the magazine capacity. So our magazine is not full and the current ammo reserve is greater than 0. So we actually have some ammo that we can, reach out, grab out of, and put in our magazine. So now that we have that, let's go ahead, compile, and just make sure that this actually works for both the test cases. And then we can go ahead and resolve that unequip / reequip bug that's happening, which is just making the animations additive. That's really all it is. So that'll be very quick, very simple to do right inside the editor. So let's open this back on up. We don't actually need that reloadability back open. However, for testing, we do need the 1911 open. So let's open that. Let's give this a try. Okay, I press R, nothing happens, and I shoot once. I can now reload. Okay, so empty the magazine. I can now reload again. So that's working. Now let's give a test to the ammo reserve capacity. So I'll do 7. Actually, let's just do like 5. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to empty my magazine. I can reload. Okay, good. Now the current ammo reserve is 0. So I press R. I cannot reload. I can shoot until 0. And I still cannot reload. So our conditions are working. So we'll put that back to 84. And our reloadability is seemingly good to go. So now we just want to fix that one little bug of when I reload and it's finished. As you can see, it kind of starts the equip process. Well, the animation side anyways. Now that's easily resolved. We can just go to the 1911 reload data, the reload montage here. And we want to go to these animations, both of them. So let's open up the first one, go down to additive anim type. We're just going to set it to mesh space and set this to frame from this animation. And we're going to use frame 0. So save that. Let's go to our reload empty and do the same thing. Frame 0, save it. And then back in our reload montage, you can see we have some funky results. So we just want to change the preview base pose to be the 1911 idle. So character 1911 idle. And there we go. We have a valid preview again. So now, because those animations are additive, when I reload, you can see it no longer does the weird, reequip. However, it will for the BAR. I don't remember what all I've done here. Yeah, I can actually shoot. It's just not going anywhere because I don't have the socket. But we reload, and it does it again. So we need to go to the BAR and find the reload, make it additive. Again, exactly the same thing. Do it for reload empty, mesh space, frame from this animation, save, and then go to the reload montage and just again set the preview base pose to be the the character BAR idle. And there we go. So now with the BAR, we can reload and it just goes back to normal. So that resolves 2 of our problems. So the only thing left to do with our reload is pretty much just figure out, whether or not this is a empty reload. And that can actually be figured out from here. So we have our get ammo attribute values function. Let's copy that. Let's go to our activate ability right above our reload because we want to pass in, a Boolean. So let's go to our reload function and let's add a const bool b is empty. So we'll copy that, paste it in there, and we can pass in the bool. So basically the bool is going to be if the current magazine ammo is, let's do equals 0. So that means we are, well, empty. So now what we have with our reload trigger, what we're going to do in the next video is convert this likely to maybe a structure or something like that, where we can set a Boolean on it as well. So that way we can actually, replicate what type of reload this actually is. But anyways, that will be all for now. We have everything pretty much wrapped up in a good spot. So we just have to handle the empty reload or the non-empty reload. That should be relatively straightforward because we've already written the logic to do so. So I will see you in the next video. If you like what I'm doing and you want to help support me, you can find a link to my Patreon in the description below where you can get early access to this entire series.